Constitution, the governor can declare a state of imminent danger for the state of Texas. It is in the Constitution. And I know that it is terribly unfashionable and improper and quite old-fashioned, stick in the muds to talk about the Constitution. But you know, that is the fabric, the underpinning that has kept us from spiraling out of control like so many other countries. And my friends, we are losing that. That is why we're here today calling out our Texas officials who talk about so much about how they love the rule of law.
And elected leaders, we're there to protect and defend the people of Texas. We did not elect them to merely manage education budgets and build roads. We expected leadership. The resistance by members of the Texas legislature to engage in this crisis in a special session is shocking. These men and women who fought and clawed for their offices now hide behind a shield of ignorance. Why don't they do their damn jobs? Why did the grassroots have to research constitutionally sound ways for Texas to protect its borders, its economy, and its citizens? We have done our work as concerned citizens. The Clear Lake Tea Party hosted a Texas Border Crisis Conference last month to discuss and debate the issues surrounding the current crisis. We had a Texas Ranger sent to us by DPS to talk about the cartels, the transnational gangs, the border security. We had discussions on human trafficking, disease risk, local government and educational budget impacts, and the jihadi threat at our southern border. Where are our state leaders holding their debates and their discussions? Is it at the golf course or an awards dinner? We surely don't see that from our perspective.
More important for our elected officials. There is nothing they are more beholden to, not a vote, not an election, not a campaign, nothing that they are more beholden to than the rule of law. The fact that we are here today to speak to this is a shame on our state government. Never mind the federal government. They're complicit in the lawlessness. You cannot even look to them for help because they created this problem. And it's been going on, as George Rodriguez said, for decades. It is up to us, we the people, to take back our government, including our state government, and bend it to our will. That is the purpose for which it was established, not the other way around. Shame on our elected officials. Shame on the governor, all the way down, for not performing their duty to protect this health, safety, and security of the citizens of Texas. You're leaving it to locals, and the local politicians are stepping up in droves because they, for one, take their oath seriously. And they have the courage, the intestinal fortitude, and the moral backbone to do what our state officials will not. So ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are listening, you talk to your local officials. You ask them to uphold the rule of law, to negate the damage that is being done by elected officials who refuse to uphold their oath. It is the honorable thing to do, and we stand before you to present a plan of action today. We don't come here to talk to you about the problems. You know what the problems are. But we have arrived with solutions. Thank you.
That includes non-citizens, a growing criminal element, and a refugee industry, all created by decades of unconstitutional practices of the federal government and legitimized by unconstitutional rulings of the Supreme Court. As has already been stated, the criminal element that is being enticed to come here illegally has proven to be an imminent danger to the health, safety, and property of the citizens of Texas. But the injury to our economy cannot be overlooked. According to the Federation of American Immigration Reform, the cost of illegal aliens to the citizens of Texas has risen from an already staggering $8.9 billion in 2010 to about $12.1 billion in 2013. And what are we doing today? We're arguing over a few $1 million a month to pay for what appears to be a politically motivated Band-Aid, when in fact Texans are on the hook for over $1 billion each and every single month. With every day that passes and with no significant action to secure the border, the leadership of Texas is becoming what the members of the national government have been for so long, and that is accomplices to the rape, murder, child abuse, human trafficking, and economic destruction that is taking place every day in this state. The time has come for Texas leadership to start backing up their words with action. This is no time.
Liberty-minded Texas grassroots, we've developed an action plan, and for the following moral reasons. Texas Heart does go out to the children involved in the massive flow of illegal aliens into the United States. But we refuse, I repeat, we refuse to be a party of the enabling policies and behavior that contributes to the mutilation, rape, easy for you to say, brutalization, and even death of children attempting to reach the U.S. border for their belief of promised amnesty. Texans cannot bear the thought of human trafficking for the purpose of prostitution, child pornography, and indentured servitude. I'm not prepared to spend our limited budgets and resources to fight an unrestricted drug trade and multinational crime as a result of the U.S. border and immigration policies. We have laws, let's enforce them. I do not want to see the health and safety of our own children, Texas children, our seniors, communities, suffer at the expense of the pro-amnesty, open borders ideology promoted by the left and by those that are seeking cheap labor. Now, my issue is not with the illegal aliens, but it's against the government whose policies promote horrors upon this trail of tears for which the people are lured here. My issue is with the U.S. government that entices illegal immigration with the veiled promises.
My name is George Rodriguez, okay? I'm a fifth-generation Texan of Mexican descent. I'm a Texan first, and I want to make sure that everybody understands that, inclusive a los que hablan español. Let me tell you real quick that I am very proud to be here with these friends, because these folks have become very close to me, and this situation is important to me, because for 5 generations, my family has been fighting illegal immigration in South Texas. This is not new to us. My father organized a union to stop illegal aliens from taking American jobs in Laredo, Texas in the 1940s. That's when unions used to be for Americans, okay? My parents, my grandparents, my great-grandfather, I found his card where he crossed the border legally, paid 10 cents, okay? So I have every right to speak up for my state, for my country, okay? Because we cannot turn our nation, continue to let our nation become the orphanage for the rest of the world, the ATM for the rest of the world. And for those folks that are so gallant to say, well, we need their labor, to them I say, what about our labor? For years, the Bracero program was supposed to be guest workers. Many of those people stayed. And then they crossed their families illegally.